Hi, welcome to Deeper Roots and Truths. I'm bringing you another video today, and this one is going to be about narcissistic abuse. This one is they played you, like you was a fool, and they played you for a fool. They thought you was weak. Go ahead, get a refund, give them back to the streets. That's the title of this message. And this came to my mind because I thought about some narcissistic relationships that I have previously been in. And a lot of the times these people had a tough time choosing between myself, the friendship that we had, or the relationship we had over the streets and how the streets felt and how the streets wanted them to be. So I'm bringing these messages to you today. With the narcissist, let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The narcissist, the streets tell them how to speak. So they're going to go around and go to different cliques, different businesses, different organizations, different jobs, different wherever they go. That's what's teaching them how to speak. What to say, what not to say, how to fit in, how to blend in, how to get people to like them, how to get accepted, how to make people want them. This is what they're going around and doing. This is what they've been doing since they were young, and it is just a mechanism for them to basically, be accepted, into this world, to for them to get the status that they want, or for them to get the looks that they want from people. Everything is for the people. And the thing about that is when you're not taking time out to go within to actually see who you are and what you want to say, and accepting yourself for how you sound, and everything might not come out politically correct. And, or maybe they feel like, oh, you talk too polished. Some people will say that, oh, you're too proper. And it's just like, you can get ping-ponged a million places, and you can get taken for a loop because you're listening to what this person's saying, listening to what this person's saying, listening to this person saying, and each time you're going home and you're putting on different masks, and you're like, okay, I'll say this because this person told me to say this, and I'll talk like this because this person said I sound the best like this. And so it's like you'll never be able to find yourself if you're going around trying to be everything for everyone. So, again, that they'll even say things that they know they shouldn't say, but because the people like it, or because it gets the crowd hype, or because they're going to get laughs, or whatever they're trying to get out of it, they will do that in order to get the people to like them. The streets tell them what to think. So whatever somebody else got going on, whatever they see on TV, whatever mom and them done told them, family done told them, friends done told them. It's one thing to get advice from people that love you, your close loved ones, and take into consideration what they're saying. Really think about it. Really, sit and see how you feel, what they said, and put it in perspective to what, you come up with your own conclusion. With them, they're going strictly by what they heard from somebody else, what the streets told them, and, that's the reason why I say give them back to the streets, because everything is based upon what somebody else say and how somebody else is going to feel and what somebody else is going to think. And so you can never find out who they truly are if everything that they go by is by what another person said, and what another person, even with you know, everybody can be guilty of this, even just social media, reading books, things like that. You have to put that into your own perspective, and you have to actually be able to think for yourself. And then, yes, you take the good, from what somebody said or what, you might have heard, that you might have heard that something is good for your body. Do your research first, and then go within, go within as well to see, and then check your body, see if that makes you feel good, because at the same time, everybody's different. So, with these people, they never go within to, fact check, because at the end of the day, God talks to you. God is going to tell you what's going to be true or not true. And so seeking you shall find. So God is available for those that seek out, And so these people, they're too busy worried about what, the people say, instead of going within. The streets can buy them. So they're going for their highest bidder. And it's not always necessarily money, which a lot of the times it is. But a lot of these narcissists that I notice that have money, they're not necessarily going for the money, because they're usually paying people to basically control. They got control over everybody because they got all the money. They got power. So they're looking for you to basically play your part. If I'm giving you this money, I expect you to play this part. If I'm supporting you, I expect you to play this role that I want you to play. So at the end of the day, it's like they're going to the person that it depends on what they're looking for. If they're a person that's looking for attention, they're going to pick the person that they feel like compliments them as far as the image that they want to portray. So if they want to portray that like they got a lot of money, they're going to pick somebody with a lot of money. If they got a lot of money, they're going to pick somebody where they feel like, oh, this is what I got to do. I got to show off. I got a lot of money and I can control this person. So they're going to pick somebody that they feel is weak, that they can be controlled, can be manipulated. If they say they got kids, and they're going to pick the child that always agrees with them, that's going along with, not even always agree with them, but the child that's going to give them the less, pushback. The child that makes them look like they've done something right as being a parent. The child that looks good, that has the most. The friends, they're going to pick the friend that they feel like, well, this is the best friend because they got more money. I can lean on them. I can look up to them, but in an unhealthy way, because these people are looking up to people to be them, And so they not only, you're not inspiring them, they're actually trying to take a part of you and make it into themselves. And then they'll discredit you, once they take whatever they can get from you. These people are vampires. And so some vampires want your blood. Some vampires want your heart. Some vampires want your soul. Some vampires just want your brain. Some people, it just depends on what these narcissists are looking for, what you can provide, what they feel like is good for them. They want you to play the role for the streets. So with these people that are narcissists, they feel like this is a movie. It's their movie. You're just playing in it. And they're going to give you whatever part that they want you to play. Whatever part they see fit. And everybody got to remember that you're the star of your movie. How you going to go and be an extra in somebody else's movie? How you going to let somebody else's movie play, but yours never get played? You have to be in control of your own life. You got to remember who you are. That's their movie. Let them get somebody else to do it. Let them get some other extras. You the star. So don't ever think that just settling, to be an extra in somebody's movie is okay. Because their movie, they're looking for the likes of others. It's not even real. You'll never know who you are if you're always acting and pretending. If you always have to rehearse everything that you say, if you have to rehearse every line. That's how blurred lines get there, where you go from not knowing when you're acting and is this your real self or are you acting? You don't know. You've been acting for so long that you lose yourself. That's how people lose themselves. It's a part of it. And so these narcissists, they want you to play the role. Sometimes they want you to play okay, we stepping out on the scene. Okay, we the freshest couple. Okay, I'm going to give you attention and affection when we're around other people so they can think we lovey-dovey, the lovey-dovey couple. Okay, now, we're at a family event and I'm going to be all in my child's face so that they can think we got a healthy parent-child relationship. Oh, now that we're at home, I want you to play the servant. Now you're my slave. They're going to have a different part for you with everything, and because again, it's their movie. You just playing it. And if you allow it. Learning the lessons is your refund. People will say, I've invested, even me. At one time I was upset, like, dang, I done gave this dude, over 10 years. I done been, loyal to my parents for my whole life. What did I get out of it? Learning the lessons from these narcissists is what you got out of it. That's way more than what you could have got just hearing about it. A lot of these people, that's watching narcissist videos, it's because you experienced it yourself. It ain't because you just want to know how it feels for somebody to get abused. Some people might be just trying to figure it out. How does somebody let a narcissist, narc them? Some people might be just trying to see therapists and things like that. But a lot of the times we've experienced this. We live this. This is our real lives. This ain't no joke. This ain't no game. So, don't ever feel like this was all for nothing. You got plenty of lessons. You got plenty of lessons that you learn. You got plenty of things that that you could take away from your narcissistic experiences. There's blessings in the lessons. But if you sit around and you're so stressed out and you're down and you're depressed and you still counting how many years, I've invested these many months, these many years, these many days, who cares? Did you learn the lesson? Did you learn the lessons? Because they're not going to feel like blessings until you actually learn from them. We can't heal just walking around being victims. When are we going to rise from being the victims to the victors? We can't if you don't learn. If you don't learn from your lessons. That's your refund in your investment. You getting the refund in your investment. I know you invested. I was there. That's your refund. And once you learn the lesson and get your refund, throw them back to the streets. Give them back. They was never for you to hold on to forever anyway. They wasn't your end all be all. They wasn't your forever. They wasn't meant to be held on to. It was for you to grow. That's why they was in your life. For you to grow, for you to learn, for you to heal yourself, for you to heal the stuff that's inside of you, to heal maybe some of your narcissistic traits. So yes, you got more than what you invested in. You still here? God's gonna give you way more than what you put into that relationship, those relationships with those narcissists. And again, just by you start learning, there you go. Just by you starting to learn the lessons. Once you say enough is enough, you fed up, you tired. Once you look at yourself and say, what do I need to change about myself? Why I keep attracting these people? Because at the end of the day, they feeding off of something. Narcissists is energy vampires. They feeding off of something. Something inside of you is starving. And like I said, most of the time it's because we might have loved ourselves, but we didn't know how to love ourselves properly. They gonna feed off of that. You got abandonment issues. They gonna feed off of that. You got a lack of boundaries. They gonna feed off of that. All these things that you went through was to help you, for you to grow through it. It didn't happen to you, it happened for you. So you could be the best version of yourself. And so social media controls these people. That's another thing, they got to look, you could look picture perfect on social media. Heck, I could have too. But I'm more focused on myself and being my real self, just like you. You ain't worried about impressing nobody. You ain't worried about what such and such look like, what such and such got going on. Focus on yourself. Let them do that for social media. Let them put on. It takes a lot of energy to keep up with that. It takes a lot of energy for that type of power. That type of power where you're getting power just for the way you look, the way you're politically correct. It takes a lot of power to keep that up. Let them have it. Use your power to heal yourself. Don't use your power to keep up with the Joneses. Narcissist is always using reverse psychology. They'll try to act like you beneath them and they don't like you. And part of that is true. They don't like you because they don't like themselves. But a lot of the times they do like you. Their messed up definition of love, they do love you in a messed up way. But they not going to let you see it. They let you see it at the beginning when they was love bombing you and stuff like that and acting like they liked you and you was it and da-da-da-da. And even with your family, you come around and they act like, oh, this is my child and oh, this is my cousin and this is you all. And then once they get what they can get out of you, they done with you, right? That's when they start putting that ooh-wee on you. That's when they start putting that okie doke on you. When they start demeaning you and act like, oh, well, I'm going to hang out with my better friends. I'm going to hang out with my richer kids. I'm going to hang out with my girl that has more than you. I'm going to hang out with my dude that has, a drop top. They start trying to demean you and try to put you down, make you feel small like you ain't good enough, like somebody is better than you, or like, like you ain't it. And that's okay. But it's all reverse psychology. They doing it to play with your mind, especially if you got confidence. If you got confidence, that's what they're going to do, is try to play on your confidence. They're going to try to, try to act like, well, you don't fit in, or, you're not with the circle, or, this is that. And it's like, let them have it. Let them have it. All they doing is trying to use reverse psychology on you. Then they have you in your head thinking that you ain't good enough. What? Because they still bleed and they use the bathroom just like you do. So how are they better than you? How's any of the, what does any of that matter in the real world? That only matters in their world. Let them have it. Let them stay in their world. They always juggle in multiple situations. So it don't matter if you in relationships with these people, they got plenty of other people. It don't matter if, even in the family, they got different little cliques of different family members where, they running with these people and they act like this way. They running with these people. They act like this another way. They act like, so they always juggle in multiple situations. They always, they always got a lot of confusion, drama, chaos, mix-ups. Or they got a lot of people that's worshiping them over here. They got a group of people they don't give a dang about. They gonna talk to you any kind of way. They got the people where they make sure they're politically correct for. They got the people where, so, they're always juggling. They're always, got a lot going on. Their mind is always busy and is always working a mile a minute. And what they be working, it don't be for the good unless they got to. Unless it's to impress somebody, unless it's to feel like they keeping up, unless they feel like they gotta, do something so that, they could be seen a certain way. They're gonna always juggle multiple situations, multiple people, multiple everything. They should star in the people's court. So, again, since they always care about what other people think, they're going to always be on trial. Sometimes they're the plaintiff. Sometimes they're the defendant. It depends on who they're talking to. It depends on the story that they conjured up. At the end of the day, they're always, if you want to be in court with them where, you got to be held up to a certain look, build, the way you talk, the way you think, then go ahead and be with the narcissist, because they're always going to put you on trial. It's always the people's court where, you on display for everybody else to judge. And it's like, for what? That doesn't even help your life with just having everybody judging you and you worried about how everybody feels about you, how everybody see you. That, it's a time waster. So some of the things that I did, when I was going through that, and like I said, I've experienced narcissistic family, friends, and lovers. I responded without no emotion. A lot of these times people be bragging or trying to make me feel like I'm small, or my outfits be looking basic, and respond without no emotion. You feel comfortable in what you got on. You feel comfortable in your skin. Be comfortable in your own skin. Don't worry about what they talking about. Don't worry about how they want to see you, what they want to see you in, what weight they want you to be. Oh, I only like people that's a certain size. You got to be a certain weight to be with me. You got to be, Your hair got to be smooth and silky. Your hair got to be Don't let nobody tell you how you think, how you look, how you feel. They can give suggestions. Cool. If you ask for the suggestions, cool. But again, they can only suggest. They can't tell you how to be and tell you who you are and then talk about you for things that God gave you, that you didn't even, you didn't have no parts over. You'll be walking around here just never loving yourself if you worry about what everybody else got to say. If it ain't constructive criticism, let it go. Let them talk. Again, the narcissist is going to tell on themselves. And a lot of times they tell on themselves from out the gate. If you was just listening, listen without showing emotion. Listen. Yeah. Just let them talk. Let them ramble on. You're going to start hearing all kind of stuff. all kind of red flags, all kind of toxicity. So just let them go ahead and talk themselves into their own grave. Set and stick to your boundaries. You said okay, I'm not going to put up with it and I'm done. Then you go back. I'm guilty of that. Hey, it's me. I'm guilty because I be thinking we all humans and we make mistakes. Sometimes, some people you can't go back to. Some people need to actually see that they was a messed up person to you. They was a messed up person in your life and don't return to them. You set your boundaries. Now you got to stick to them. Practice that. Make that a daily practice. Even with yourself, you could put up boundaries for yourself. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to do that. And you're going to slip up sometimes, but still make sure that you practicing every day to stick to your own boundaries. And you got to stick to your own boundaries before you try to get somebody else to respect your boundaries. Respect your own. Heal the need to self-harm. A lot of the times we dealing with these narcissists, so we keep going back and back and dealing with them and letting stuff slide. That, I apologize. I was going to say I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But that's self-harm. Some people cut themselves. Some people, starve themselves. Some people do all kind of stuff to harm themselves because they feel some type of way. And it's like, we need to heal that. Because going back to people that's hurting you, why are you allowing yourself to harm? Why are you harming your own self? You know the thing good for you. You know that you're going to get some type of hurt after dealing with them. You know that this family member is going to leave you in some type of pieces after you deal with them, but you keep going around them. You keep dealing with them, even with putting your boundaries up, and they still going to do it. Man, if you don't go heal yourself somewhere and stop self-harming, because we can't blame somebody else. Oh, they hurt. Nah, you hurt you. You knew exactly what this person was capable of. You knew exactly what they was going to do. Or you just had wishful thinking. Get out of that wishful thinking with these narcissists. It always ends in hurt. Don't think you can change them. Don't think that you can just give them another chance. Don't think that you can give them more time. Nah, it's always going to end in the same thing, hurt. So then you look at yourself and say, why am I hurting myself? I'm hurting my own self dealing with them. Heal the need to be wanted and accepted. Everybody wants to be wanted. Yeah, that's true. But you got to want yourself first. Oh, you want to be accepted? You got to accept yourself first. Then that's cool if you want that. But you shouldn't have to need that. Yes, we are all, a part of this world. Yes, I feel like everybody has some type of attachment to each other as far as, we're God's children. But at the same time, we came in this world by ourselves. As far as flesh and blood. Yeah, our ancestors was there, the Most High was there, things like that, people like that, energies like that. But ultimately, you was born by yourself. Even if you're a twin, you still came out. One twin came out before the other. Excuse me. So we need to heal that need, because sometimes that need can be greater than our own common sense. You need to be accepted and need to be wanted so bad that you'll go out and do all kind of things that's going to hurt yourself. All kind of things that ain't going to make you feel good when you wake up in the morning. It was good in that moment. But then when you realize it and you look back on it, it's not good and it didn't help you. Just trying to be accepted, just trying to be wanted, just trying to fit in. That's what the narcissists do. So again, the streets be calling them. Give them back. Get your refund, and your refund is learning the lessons. That is the refund on them narcissists. Once you learn those lessons that you needed to learn from them narcissists, you got a refund. Now throw them back to the streets. They're not playing for keeps. You shouldn't even be keeping nobody that don't want to be kept. So I'm just bringing these messages, and I want everybody to keep going forward, keep being strong. And like I said, I know everybody is at different stages in this journey. Because when I started, I was low, I was brokenhearted, I was everything. I was in a low place. But every day, I was just looking at, what did I do? How can I improve? How can I feel better? How can I grow from this situation? I was thinking about all different ways, and I was thanking God that I made it out, that I made it through. And I'm still going through it. Let's not be clear. Let's be clear. Healing is something that you're going to do for a lifetime, And there's different stages of healing. There's different stages of everything. Different stages of love, different stages of hate, different stages of good, different stages of not so good. So we're all going through different stages in this life. Again, it's not for you to hate the narcissists. Like, they're people too. But at the end of it, it's sent by the enemy. We already know. We already know who their parent is, who their parents are. Satan. But at the end of the day, God will turn it for your good, because God's going to use whatever they did to you as a learning lesson, and then turn it into a blessing, because now you're healing and you're growing. So stay encouraged, one day at a time. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.